Hello, angels. Now, this is going to be a rhetorical question, but have you ever watched a film that when it was done, you were left feeling completely inspired? Like you just got this fresh surge of energy and appreciation for life. Well, that was me the other day. I live in Bali, and in Bali, we have this day called Nepi, in which it's a silent day. We all have to stay indoors for 24 hours. So, of course, like any normal bule, I binge watched a load of films, but there really was just one film that really stood out and grabbed my attention for the best kind of ways. I don't know if you've watched it or you're planning on watching it, and I'm going to ruin it and give you spoilers, but I highly recommend it anyway. And that film is called Life List, or The Life List. But this video isn't about the movie, it's about what it represents. Life lists. And more importantly, how creating one can have you connecting back to your most authentic, fearless, joyful version of you. That version that's still inside you, that inner child that's just waiting to be rediscovered. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit of spoilers, and I'm so sorry, but basically the main character's mother in the film passes away, but she leaves behind one condition in her will. Before she can go on to receive her inheritance, she must complete her life list. Now here's the catch. That life list that she made was one that she actually made at 13 years old. And that got me thinking, because I know when I was a kid, I was making all the life lists. And I don't know if this is a common thing that we all did that, or if there's just a select few of us that did it. And it made me realize how different my lists at 13 look to the lists I have nowadays. Because back then, my goals weren't centered around how much money I need to make to create a fulfilling life for myself. And at 13, I wasn't so focused on success metrics or social expectations. I was just living in a state of natural abundance, technically. My lists weren't about achieving status. It was about adventure, about joy, about curiosity. You know, like I wanted to try ballet, not because I wanted to be the best at it, not because I wanted to perfect it, just because I was curious to know what it would feel like to be a ballerina. Or I wanted to sleep outside under the stars in a full moon, just because I thought it was magical. I wasn't stargazing my way to an outcome of such. I was just living. And I was watching this film, having these aha moments, like when the hell did that change? When the hell did I become so structured, so cautious, so square? I get it, you know, life as you grow up gives you setbacks, it gives you failures. You're constantly bombarded with expectations of the world around you. I get it. Maybe it's that, maybe it wasn't. But there was this one line in the movie that really just stuck with me. The mother says, "The list, although you made it at 13, I truly believe this is the map back to your best self." And that's what this video is about. Reconnecting back to that truest version of you. Because your inner child, that is you. That part of you that once saw this world in front of you as limitless. That got excited over the little things. That lived in full presence 24/7. You know, when you're a kid and you come in from playing outside and the door shuts, it's like the rest of the world doesn't exist because you're fully present in only what you're doing. That version of you is truly the most authentic, truest version of yourself. And this video is about helping you to reconnect back to that. So I want to challenge you to create your own life list, and not as your adult self, but as your inner child. And I'm going to give you the structure to help. Now, there is one condition and one rule about this, and it's very similar to the film. You have 6 to 12 months to complete this. You decide which one works for you. Is it set in this life list for 6 months or 12 months? Either way, it is mandatory that you complete it. Not for productivity, not for achievement, not for success, just for you. So here's the things that I want you to include in it. Number one thing you're scared of trying. Something that you're nervous or scared of trying, but also equally as excited. Try it. 2, a hobby that you've always wanted to try. It could be theater, it could be stand-up comedy, it could be piano, it could be a sport, anything that you are curious about or know that will bring you joy. Try something new. Number 3, read a book that will change your perspective. It can be fiction, it can be nonfiction. I just want you to read something that's going to change you for the better, change your perspective for the better. Number 4, go on a solo date inspired by your childhood. Let your inner child play for a full day. Go to an amusement park, go to a water park, play in nature, watch your childhood movies, read your childhood book. Number 5, face the problem you've been avoiding. Maybe it's a conversation. Maybe it's a forgiveness thing. Maybe it's a decision you've been putting off for a while. Number 6, take an adventure. It could be a solo trip. It could be just going to an event. Just anything that fuels that childlike wonder of yours. Number 7, one activity that sparks play and creativity. Because as kids, we love to play. Go to a painting class, a dance class, writing, something that just makes you feel alive again. And do it as your childlike self. So have the childlike confidence to try it without being embarrassed, without holding yourself back, and just letting yourself fully live in the moment and just go for it. And that brings me to my last one. Number 8, give something back. Mentor someone. Help someone on a project that they're doing, or volunteer at charity, an animal charity, a child's charity. Do something where you're giving without expectation. That's the full list. Now you can take some off, you can add some of your own. The purpose of this list is not what you can attain from it. It's all about what you go on to experience. And truly the purpose of making this video and asking you to create this list is about reconnecting with that joy and that curiosity and that childlike wonder of just being excited to be alive here in the now. And I can already hear some people being like, I don't have time for this. I've changed so much since I was a kid. I don't feel aligned to that version of me anymore. And to that, I'm going to say, you don't find time. You make time for what matters. And what's more important than rediscovering and connecting back to the parts of yourself that truly was excited by life, that was lit up, that felt so expansive and so limitless? This isn't about going backwards. It's about moving forward with a renewed sense of joy, authenticity, and alignment, because reconnecting with your inner child truly is one of the most powerfulest ways to heal, to manifest, to create a deep, fulfilling life for yourself. Because when you do, you start living from a place of joy instead of obligation. And you're gonna naturally go on to begin to attract opportunities, to attract these blessings that come to you so effortlessly because you're in alignment with who you truly, authentically are. And if you've ever looked into your human design, you'll know how important that is for manifestation, for life just going so much more easier and happier for yourself. No matter how much you go on to achieve and no matter how much you go on to accomplish in this life, I truly believe that fulfillment doesn't come from just external success alone. But I do think it can come from embodying that childlike wonder, from letting yourself dream and live without all these limitations, from trusting that joy is literally a manifestation superpower. The more that you lean into play, to excitement, to your joy, the more you're going to open yourself up to receiving. So please, just start that life list today. Give yourself 6 to 12 months. Go and tick off every single goddamn thing. If you liked this video, if that resonated with you, if you're into manifestation, if you're into personal development, then I beg of you, subscribe, like, comment. I'm trying to make friends. And as always, I will see you soon.